Hey, I'm going hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright. You know daddy out here hustling, gotta get it right. I'ma give you everything you ever desire.
What's up, baby? It's Rachel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. I have a main channel that will be down below in the description. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But today I'm going to talk about something a little more serious. I'm going to try to make it not so serious, but it is kind of serious. I made a video similar to this with my first pregnancy on the main channel a very long time ago, and I felt the urge to do it again. So by the title, we're going to be talking about skin tone, and we're going to be talking about my pregnancy. Specifically, am I worried about the skin tone of my child, etc, etc, etc. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, skin tone was something that I never really thought about. You know what I mean? It was never something that kind of crossed my mind. When I was in middle school, it was the first time that I actually heard someone say, oh, I'm light skin and you're this and that. Like, that was the first time I actually heard those terms. But from when I can remember, majority of the schools that I went to, just about everybody was black. So it wasn't like I never noticed colorism until I moved to a different city, which was Palm Beach. And then that's when I was in middle school, and I started hearing like the skin tone comparisons. I started hearing, oh, you're black, so you're not cute, things like that. But even so, I never really disliked someone or found someone unattractive, I should say, based off of skin tone. That was just never a thing. So then I go to high school, and you know, yet again, I'm not thinking about skin tones. You know, like, no one that I knew personally at the time was ever teased for skin tone. Like, you know, in middle school I heard it brought up a lot, in 8th grade specifically, but in high school not really. And I didn't have a type on who I found attractive. I just found people attractive. I will say, for the most part, all the guys that I dated back then were lighter than myself, but it wasn't because I was looking for someone light skin. It was just coincidental. And then I met EJ. I found him very, very attractive. I did not look at skin tone. I just found him very attractive, and our relationship blossomed. During our relationship, I did hear comments from different people about his skin tone, and it just kind of went over my head. I didn't really take it too seriously until I actually got pregnant with our first child. And then I'd hear the you're not worried, you know, what if he gets bullied for being dark, or blah 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 blah, you're gonna have a super dark chocolate baby, and this and that and that and this and this and the third. And that's when it started to actually bother me, because for one, in my opinion, the skin tone shouldn't even be something that should be a concern, you know? And now that I'm older and I look back at it, I understand why people brought it up. I don't think it was out of malicious intent. It's just the society we live in. You know, we're kind of brainwashed to feel like the lighter is more superior. You know, the closer you are to myself, I don't see it that way. I don't see skin tone, I don't see color in general. I see personality, your heart, you know. But like I said, when I was pregnant with my oldest, I dealt with a lot of the comments about having a dark baby, and my baby's gonna be dark. And the way that it was said to me, it wasn't like, oh, your baby's gonna be so cute and chocolate. It wasn't like that. It was your baby's gonna be dark, girl. How you gonna do it? How you gonna do it? That's the comments that I received. And like I said, when I was pregnant with Troy, I was very upset about it. Not because I thought, yeah, he is gonna be chocolate, oh my god, what am I gonna do? It was more so, damn, like, do you not care if he has a missing limb? You know, do you not care if he has no kidneys? You know, like, that would be something more serious, not the skin tone. That wasn't something that I thought of as an issue. Nobody was bringing up healthiness. Nobody was bringing up, man, I hope he comes out and all his organs are working functionally. Nobody was bringing that up. Everybody was bringing up skin tone, and it was just mind blowing, especially considering when it comes to genetics, you don't know what your baby will look like. Your baby could look like a family member that's so far down the family tree, you know? There is so many different looking family members and mixture of genes, and I mean, come on. So I was really upset about it. This time around, well, let me backtrack. So that was what I had to deal with my first pregnancy. It was really annoying. Troy came out, and he came out with no pigmentation, and everybody was like, girl, I know he's white right now, but just know he's gonna be dark as he gets older. And I was like, oh my gosh, it would like just bother me. Again, something that I didn't even think about. I got pregnant with Aria. I heard the same comments. Oh man, how are you gonna deal with having a dark-skinned daughter? You have to prepare her. You have to prepare her for the comments. You have to prepare for this and that. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yet again, this is something that I'm not concerned with. The color is not on my mind. I will say though that it's a shame that it is something that has to be talked about in the world that we live in, but it is something that has to be talked about. You know what I mean? It's something that has to be talked about. It's a shame. It really is a shame. You know, because people do get bullied for skin tones, and you know, luckily I wasn't around to see it when I was younger. The most that I heard was oh, I want a mixed child or something. Or okay, I will say I did get teased for being black, but not like dark skin. It was just like in general, like, girl, you're black, nobody wants you. That was the vibe that I got in school. Those were the comments that I got in school. But anywho, fast forward on, Aria came out, and people actually questioned if Aria was my husband's child based off of how she looked. Can you believe it? Based off how she looked. And like I said, when it comes to genetics, your kid could look like someone far down the line. Your child could look just like you, just like your partner. You don't know all the time who your kid is gonna come out like, you know? So I say all that to say, when I got pregnant the third time, I did not hear those comments until recently. And the comment that I heard was, I heard a few, but the one that stood out to me the most was, I hope this one isn't going to be the dark one. That was the comment that I heard. And it was just so, it made me emotional. It really made me emotional, because I personally find my husband very attractive, and I would love my child to look like the father, you know? Like, I know who I made a child with, so I wouldn't mind my child to look like the father. So to hear that, it kind of bothered me. Like, damn, what are you getting at? What are you trying to say, you know? If he's dark skinned, my baby won't be attractive, you know? Like, is that what you're getting at here? It really, really, really bothered me, you know? But at the same time, ignorance is bliss, and I feel like there was no malicious intent behind it, and it was more so you just don't know better. You feel like this child is going to have a hard life based off their skin tone, which could be the case. I mean, there's a lot that's going on right now. But to have it thrown in my face like it's a bad thing for me to have a child with a dark-skinned man, you know, it's gonna get to you. For me personally, I'm more concerned with, and I hope I don't offend anybody by saying this, but I'm more concerned with, you know, is my child going to be all the way healthy? Is he going to be mentally stable? Is he going to have this issue or this syndrome or this disability? So those are things that I think about. But I say all this to say, number one, try your hardest not to look at skin tone when it comes to finding your true love, you know? Honestly, and it sounds so cheesy the way that I worded that with the true love, but honestly, don't let the skin tone stop you from moving forward in a relationship, because it's sad to say there are people out there that, you know, they are scared to have a dark-skinned child, you know? Number 2, I will highly recommend that you don't go around telling people, girl, your baby gonna be so dark, girl, your baby gonna be extra black, girl, your daughter. I just wouldn't even, I would just avoid it, because it's not a big deal for the people that made the child. I'm pretty sure it's not a big deal. If they chose to keep the baby and all of that, I'm pretty sure the skin tone is not an issue anyway, so it doesn't have to be called out. Especially when you don't know how the baby will look, considering genes, genetics. It's a lot that goes on. DNA, baby. DNA plays a big role in how babies will look. And the baby can have this from this person, that from that person. You just don't know. And the next thing is, dark is beautiful. It really, really is. And I'm not just saying that. I really believe dark is beautiful. I think black is beautiful. I think everyone's beautiful, whether you're so light, whether you're so dark, whether you're in between. Everybody is beautiful, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder anyways, you know. So what I may consider beautiful, maybe you won't, but in the grand scheme of things, everybody is beautiful. And trust me, there's somebody out there that's gonna find that person that you don't find attractive. And now I know this video is kind of all over the place, and I hope I made sense. For me personally, I don't care to have a dark skinned child. I could give 2 craps, and that's just what it is. Now in the future, yes, I hope my child doesn't get bullied for it, but then again, kids get bullied for everything nowadays. Hair, height, clothing. So, you know, you just have to prepare a child in life for things, not just skin tone. Like, I don't know, I find it pretty sad that even what the comment, I find it actually sad that somebody said that to me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's all over the place, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I know this is like kind of a controversial video, but it's something that I've dealt with each one of my pregnancies, and so I mean, it's just my life. But I'll catch you in the next one. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see next. Mwah.